There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen and oxygen and nitrogen and rhenium, and nickel, neodymium, neptunium, germanium, and iron, americium, ruthenium, uranium, europium, zirconium, lutetium, vanadium, and lanthanum, and osmium, and astatine, and radium, and gold, and protactinium, and indium, and gallium, and iodine, and thorium, and thulium, and thallium. There's yttrium, ytterbium, actinium, rubidium, and boron, gadolinium, niobium, iridium, and strontium, and silicon, and silver, and samarium, and bismuth, bromine, lithium, beryllium, and barium. Isn't that interesting? I hope you're all paying attention. There's going to be a short quiz later on. There's holmium and helium and hafnium and erbium and phosphorus and francium and fluorine and terbium and manganese and mercury, molybdenum and magnesium, dysprosium and scandium and cerium and cesium and lead, praseodymium and platinum, plutonium, palladium, promethium, potassium, polonium and tantalum, technetium, titanium, tellurium and cadmium and calcium and chromium and curium. There's sulfur, californium, and fermium, berkelium, and also mendelevium, einsteinium, nobelium, and argon, krypton, neon, redenzine, and zinc, and rhodium, and chlorine, carbon, cobalt, copper, tungsten, tin, and sodium. These are the only ones of which the news has come to Harvard. And there may be many others, but they haven't been discovered.
Well, we have green food coloring, but let's say you didn't.
Okay.
How would you make it?
How would you make a green color? I'm going to put a little water in here. And I think most people know, most children know, that if you mix blue, this is brilliant blue, that's
Okay,
2 drops.
2 drops. So,
Okay.
so I put 2 drops of yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to put, let me mix that up. You can see it's blue, all right?
I put 2 drops of this.
Yeah. Good. And I think you can see that it's green. But you know what I'm going to do, just to make it a little more dilute so that it's more visible. I think you can see that that's green. Okay?
But we don't have purple.
Now, let me just tell you, first of all, how blue dye works. Blue dye is a molecule called brilliant blue. And it's a large organic molecule. Don't worry about the structure, but you can look it up if you're interested. It absorbs light.
Complicated structure.
Yeah, it absorbs light in the red and the yellow and the green and the orange, and it transmits light in the blue. Now a yellow dye, this is called tartrazine. It has a complicated structure also. It absorbs light actually in the blue, and it's a little complicated. It doesn't really absorb red light or yellow light or orange light, but because your eye is more sensitive to the yellow, it looks yellow, but it's actually absorbing in the blue. So when we have those, mix those 2 colors together, we get green. All right. So the blue is transmitting kind of bluish colors, and maybe a little of the green, but all right, and the yellow is transmitting yellow, and when you put them together, you get green.
Okay, now let's make purple.
All right, now let's make purple. So what are we going to have to add? Pie Guy Pepin. Okay, everybody. Pie Guy Pepin is going to put some green dye, right? 2 drops. Okay, now why don't you swirl it a little bit? What are we going to do? We're going to mix it with, tell everybody what we're going to do.
We're going to mix it with bleach.
Just 1 drop of bleach. Give you a little bit of help.
That's
okay.
That's
well,
2
two is okay. Swirl it carefully.
Right.
You notice he's wearing safety glasses, and I have sort of safety glasses on too. What do you notice?
No, they're glasses.
You notice that it's blue, right? Charlie.
Okay.
What is the question we have for the audience?
Why did it turn blue?
Okay. Now, if you listen to our the first part of our video, you have a little bit of a hint. How do we make green?
Blue and yellow.
All right. So let's, instead of putting green dye in,
Put blue and yellow dye.
I'm going to put 1 drop of blue.
Now, what would be your explanation as to why the green dye that I put in turned blue when you added a drop of bleach?
Because
Okay. Whoops. Be careful. There's a little bleach. Turns to green. So, oh, well, no, we want it to turn to blue. Not that rapidly. Sorry about that. Now it's blue.
You can see it's definitely blue. All right, we have